Okay, guys, is the sky falling? Are we facing a huge correction? Hey, folks, I've talked to quite a few people who says, "Hey, this feels just like 2007." Well, it may feel like 2007, but the question is there a huge correction coming in the housing market? We can't go by our feelings. We have to go by the facts. Before you make that decision, look hard at the facts. Hey friends, hope everyone's doing great today. Just want to reach out and talk about a couple of subjects that seem to have come up in a few different meetings I've been in with people who are thinking about buying real estate or selling. In today's market, the selling part can be pretty obvious that it might be a good time to sell because the values have gone up so much. The buying side, I've had a couple of clients that have sold and then decided to rent thinking that the market is going to correct itself. Certainly, I'm no expert on whether predicting futures and what goes up and what goes down, but I would say that we can look at the correction we're going through right now as just that. It's not a fluke correction, but if you look at the typical increase in real estate values of 5 to 6% per year, and you look at what happened in 2005 to 2009, we're getting a correction now on all of the equity that was lost and not gained then. So if you look at the graph that I've got here for you, showing the values of the number of homes that were built in the United States over the last on a 10-year basis. It's very interesting that in 1930 to 1939 there were 5.4 million homes built, and then you swing over to 2000 to 2009 and you look at 5.8 million homes built in the whole country. So then you look at the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and you're looking at 27 million homes, 26 million, 25 million, respectfully there, that were built, that were meeting the needs of the people. And you think about the number of people who have moved to our country, the number of people who, as we've grown as a population, and you look at the needs of the homes, and we are so far behind that it's very, very hard to catch up from that 10-year period where we built so few homes. So certainly we're looking at more homes being built, and we're seeing values go up over the last year, 2 years at 10, 15, 20, some places even 30%. But you also are looking back over 10 years where you both lost that growth and you remained flat for much of the last part of 2009, 10, 11, 12, even in 13, 14, you were still remaining flat in many markets. So the growth that we're seeing right now, or escalation that we're seeing right now, it does make sense if you'll take a look at this graph and realize the shortage of housing we're sitting on. Certainly, all the builders are seeing land being cleared to create new subdivisions. All of those are going to begin to meet some of that supply and that demand. But here in Northeast Georgia, we have a second thing that's going on, which is we have such beautiful weather, such good jobs that Atlanta and Athens provide here, and such good opportunity that we have, and still a undervalued market if you compare us to other metropolitan areas. And we have people, not just that are a shortage of housing, but we have people pouring in here from other areas that are coming in with huge equity, and they're wanting to move into our area because of the opportunity and the weather and the tax structure that's here, and the fact that homes are very reasonably priced. So could there be some short-term corrections? Could we be looking down the road and see a year that homes don't go up in value or maybe drop 2%? Sure, it could happen. But if you say we are sitting on 2007, I remember that. I remember what it felt like, and this feels just like it. Going by your feelings could cost you at the end of the day. If you come out of this market, you look at the value. If you're sitting on $300,000 right now, is that $300,000? Is there going to be inflation over the next 3 years? If there is 2, 3, 5, percent inflation, that money is worth 2, 3, 5% less per year as you hold on to that money. Is real estate going to go down in value on average over the next 2, 3, 5, 7 years? The chances of having some dips or some years that don't produce 5%, sure, I'll take that argument. But to say it feels like 2007 and we're going to have a huge correction in the market, you need to look at the amount of cash that was brought in internationally back into our country, look at the stock market, and look at the fact if you're in Northeast Georgia, there are people that are right now searching your neighborhood from California to Michigan to New York to London and wherever overseas that want to move here because of the opportunity, because of the weather, and because of the undervalued of your home. Even though you're seeing it at $200,000 more than it was before, it's still nationally, internationally, compared to other metropolitan areas, your home is still undervalued to thousands of people. So if you're thinking about getting out of the market, selling and renting, certainly you follow your heart. I certainly respect that. But also look at the facts, and there's a lot of numbers that point differently. Hope you'll have a great day. Great to talk to you. Bye.